All right. I know, I don't know, Richard, if you want to, well, both of you, I should just say, I don't know if I should say Dick and Richard, or right? Doctor, that won't work either. If you all just want to make sure that they know in the kitchen we're getting started, I'm sure they're puttering around and talking, and usually there's more people, there's more of a minion in the kitchen than outside of the kitchen, isn't there? So just to let them know that we're going to get started. This is our very short summer service when we have a potluck in particular. So it's a very short service. We're just going to do Kabbalat Shabbat, basically, parts of that. And then we will make sure we say Kaddish, certainly, at the end. And we'll try to throw Misha Berach in there as well before we go back, because we know we have food that's waiting for us. If you are new, welcome. And please, if you are been here a while and you see a face you don't recognize, introduce yourself. If you're new and you probably don't recognize anybody, introduce yourselves. And make sure that everybody gets a chance to be together. I know there's a few more people coming in, but for timing's sake, we will go ahead and get started. And if you are able, I'll ask you to rise as we turn over to page 4, where you will find on the far left side of the page, there or on the left side, you'll find the bracha for lighting candles. And we have Linda and Esther are going to do that for us as we kindle the lights for Shabbat together. Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'haleh shel Shabbat. Amen. And we say Shabbat Shalom and Todah Rabbah. We got the duo today. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. You're welcome to be seated. We turn over to page 5. And there you will find Shalom Aleichem, our hymn that brings those Shabbat angels to our midst. We join together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharein, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If you'll kindly turn to page 10, get the flavor of Shabbat. Yedid Nefesh is a wonderful hymn. Talks about kind of the beloved of my soul. And since we are also marking Tu B'Av, the holiday of love, we'll talk about that in just a little bit. This poetry certainly speaks to that. So if you're not familiar to it, I suggest you can read the notes. You can read the translation on the left side, the notes on the right side, or you can just hum and sing along with us. We'll do the first 2 verses. Page 10. Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Mishach Avdach El Ritzonach Yarut Avdach Kemo Ayal Yishtachaveh Mul Hadarach Ki Yerav Lo Yedidutach minofet suf v'chol ta'am. Yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Second verse. Hador na'eh ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana elna rifana la beharod la noam zivach az titchazek v'titrape v'haitalach shivchat olam. Yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai, yada-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Let's read the last two verses of the hymn on page 10 in the English, the last two selections. Ancient One, let your compassion flow. Have pity on the child whom you love. For I have yearned for so long to see your luminescent power. My God, my beloved, hurry. Please do not hide. Please, my beloved, reveal yourself. Spread the sukkah of your love over me. May the whole world be illuminated with your glory. Then shall we be glad and rejoice with you. My lover, come quickly, for the time has come. Have compassion for me as in days of old. We turn over to page 11 as you'll find the formal beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat with the 95th Psalm as we join together. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Nariya, nariya, litzur yishenu, nekadma fana bitoda. Nariya, nariya, litzur yishenu, bizmi rokna ria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Kindly turn to page 14, over there by the arrow. Yismuchu hashamayim, the heavens and the earth rejoice, in the sea and its fullness roars, the meadows and all that grows in them exult. It's Shabbat, not just for us, but for the world, for nature as well. Page 14, we join together by the arrow. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, yihiram hayam, yihiram hayam, yihiram hayam, umelo, yihiram hayam, yihiram hayam, yihiram hayam, umelo, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Ya'alo Sadai v'chol asher bo az yarananu kol hatzei ya'ar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yami b'emunato. You'll turn to page 17, please. There you will see a lovely psalm that reminds us that singing is a part of our davening. Certainly singing is a part of our ability to rejoice. Page 17, if you'll join with me on the left side in the English, we join together. A psalm, sing to Adonai a new song, for Adonai has wrought wonders. God's right hand and holy arm have brought deliverance. Adonai declared deliverance as nations looked on. God's righteousness was revealed. God dealt faithfully and kindly with the house of Israel. The very ends of the earth saw our God's saving power. On 18, call out to Adonai, all the earth. Break out in joyful singing. Sing to Adonai the music of the lyre and voices making music together. With horns and shofar cries, trumpet the presence of the sovereign Adonai. Let the sea and all that is in it roar, the earth and all who inhabit it thunder. Let rivers clap hands while mountains sing in harmony, greeting Adonai who has come to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yamim b'meisharim. Page 20 by the arrow, you'll find the end of Psalm 99 as we lift our voices. Romamu, we exalt, we lift up as our voices to God, our souls to God, and certainly lift up ourselves as we celebrate Shabbat together. So page 20 by the arrow. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. We turn to page 21, where you will find the 29th Psalm. On the far left side of the page, you'll find an interpretive selection of the Psalm under the voice of Adonai. You'll see the Hebrew and the English. It's a lovely translation or an adaptation of the Psalm itself. We're looking to see God's voice. We're looking to hear God's voice, rather, in the world around us and see God's creatures, the world that is holy in and of itself. Let's join together responsively in the Hebrew and English on the far left side in the small print on 21. You're welcome to join me in the Hebrew if you wish, or join in the English, either one. So page 21. Kol Adonai al hamayim. The voice of God opens the gates of compassion and love. Kol Adonai bakoach. The voice of God opens the gates of courage. Kol Adonai behadar. The voice of God opens the gates of shining truth. Kol Adonai shover arazim. The voice of God opens the gates of endurance and patience. Kol Adonai chotzev lavot esh. The voice of God opens the gates of splendorous beauty. Kol Adonai yachil midbar. The voice of God opens the gates of deepest connection. Kol Adonai yecholel ayalot. The voice of God opens the gates of presence. Page 21 on the right. If you're able to, I'll ask you to rise as we join together in this psalm itself. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Bakoach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vayishaber Adonai et Arze Halvanon, Vayarkidehem kema egel Levanon vesirion kemoven re'emim, kol Adonai chotzei flavot esh, kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, vayechesof ye'arot, uvehechalo kulo, kulo omer, kulo omer kavod, Adonai lamalbu yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You are welcome to be seated. Page 23, you'll find Lecha Dodi, our hymn welcoming in Shabbat as that bride or queen, somebody special coming into our midst. We'll do the first two verses on 23, the middle verse on 24, the last two on 25. That's pretty much our standard. And as we get to that last verse, I know somehow the door will magically be opened by someone over here who's near it. Whoever it might be, you can race for it. But we have the tradition of opening the door, welcoming the Sabbath bride or queen to our midst physically, just as the mystics do and did in Sfat in particular, but in Israel, they open up the doors, or they actually go out into the fields even and welcome in the Sabbath bride or queen. They welcome in that holiness of Shabbat together. So page 23, verse 2, middle verse on the next page, and on 25, the last two, we join together. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamyochad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha, ki mekor habaracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. 24, hitoreri, Kiva ore, kumi ori, uri, shirda beiri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, middle of 25. Yaminu semol tifrotzi, Viet Adonai ta'aritzi, Al yadish ben partzi, V'nismecha v'nagila, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. We face the door. Boi v'shalom hateret bala, Gam besimcha u'betzahala, Toch emunei am sigula, Boi chala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. You're welcome to be seated. Page 27, you'll find the Psalm for Shabbat. We're going to do one of our other different tunes we haven't done in a little while, I'm guessing. And it's the refrain is Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot, ladonai. It's that first big verse in the second with the big print, first verse with the big print on 27. You'll find it in the transliteration on the bottom of the left side of the page. So it's, again, Tov, Tov, Tov. So it's Mizmor Shir Liyom HaShabbat. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. L'shimcha elyon. Ulizamer, l'shimcha elyon. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Lehagid baboker chastecha. Ve'munatcha baleilot. Baleilot. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Alei asor va'alei navel. Alei higayon bechinor. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. Tov, Tov, Tov lehodot. Tov lehodot ladonai. It's always good to give thanks to God. That's the refrain. Page 28, if you'll turn to the end of the psalm by the arrow we join together. 28. Tzadik atamar yifrach ke'erez balevanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu od yenuvun beseva teshenim verananim yiyu Lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri tzuri velo avlatabo. Kindly turn over to page 30. There you will find Kadisha Tome, our Mourner's Kaddish. And as we recite Mourner's Kaddish this evening, we keep in our thoughts those whose yortzites occur today and the week that is coming, including Joseph Marks, Julian Bornstein, Henry Elgin, Al Wiener, Morton Scher, Charles Zaglin, Esther Katz, Shirley Siegel, Sarah Reback, Shepard Saltzman, Simon Schoenthal, Adra Whitman, Bernard Knox, Leah Heller, Jack Yellis, John P. McCarthy, John D. McCarthy, Jane P. McCarthy, Minna Kirsch, Mavis Cantrell, and Fred Unger. All those reciting Kadisha Tome, Mourner's Kaddish, you'll find it again over on page 30. Welcome to rise if you're reciting and join with me. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'yalma divrach girute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach leolam ulomei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Together, Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You are welcome to be seated. We're going to turn actually back in our Siddur for just a moment to page 173, it should be. I'm out of order here. 173. There you will find our Misha Berach for healing. One of the ways we support certainly ourselves and the community at large, and we express our hopes for health and healing for those who may need it physically, spiritually, certainly healing for the world as well. We sing our Misha Berach prayer on the far left side on page 173. And as we prepare to sing it together, I'll give you the names that I have here on our list, but you are welcome. We'll go around the room if you have a name to add to what's here on my list. So tonight we keep in our thoughts Elizabeth Alfieri, Victor Alfieri, Alan Berghauser, Bonnie Carlton, Natalie Kogan, Megan Contigno, Michelle Kramer, Barbara Feingold, Bruce Fine, Giddel Glasser, Suzanne Gott, Cameron Graziosi, Francis Haber, Nadine Hyman, Harold Huber, Peter Jacobson, Michael Kraus, Hannah Lipman, Rivka Markowitz, Billy Morstein, Marjorie Morstein, Susan Aller, Jana Prince, Harold Rabhan, Bernie Rowe, Devorah Rubenstein, Genevieve Sanders, Harriet Siegel, Veronica Taggart, Wendy Morstein-Tilley, Jerry Vittner, Esther Wiener, Mary Beth White, Hanan HaKohen Ben Sima, Michal Bat Devorah, Shulamit Bat Gittel, Yitzchak Ben Gittel, Meir Ben Shaul, Yisraela Bat Zipporah, and Devorah Bat Avraham Visara. And any names we go around, if there are any names you have to add. On the side. Rosa Eisenstein. We keep all of them in our thoughts as we join together, far left side on 173. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor haberacha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor haberacha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema to all in need. We will, as I mentioned at the very beginning, if you're wondering, we do a very shortened service here. We're not going to do Mariv, but do have a couple words to share at the end here. But we do have some announcements. And Jeff, I'm looking at you because you are my Bema buddy today. I know. I looked over and I'm like, well, Jeff's here, and that's right. It's your first time. It's your duty to God and country. You have a good voice, so I probably have to give you the. No one's watching from afar, so just.
Through August, we have an array of great programs leading up to High Holy Days, including a blood drive, which will be held here, Meals on Wheels, Packing Meals, which will be held on the 22nd or 24th. It's an hour and a half. I'm in charge of it. That's why I'm pushing it. And a bye-bye summer barbecue and board installation, detailed in our weekly calendar clip and in the monthly bulletin. Coming up August the 2nd, Meantime Memorial Service at 3:30 p.m. at CDI. Visitation with the family in memory of Herbert Silver. 8:16, first day of religious school, 9 through 12, registration's open. Parents, please register your child online, ASAP. August 23rd, blood drive at CBI, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. There's a link available soon in our newsletter. August 25th, Meals on Wheels, lunch preparation. They stamp all the meals prepared by Congregation Beth Israel. That goes to 1,500 people throughout the community. So it's a very rewarding experience and takes an hour. And that's it. All right. August 28th, board installation and bye-bye summer barbecue at Friday night services. Adult education tour translation with Fred Leppert meets every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. and tour study with Fred Leppert meets on Zoom on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Happy birthday to everyone between July 31st and August the 7th, which includes Carmen Newman, Amy Smith, Wendy Smith, Melissa Broom, Laura Newman, Amy Colin, and happy anniversary, none yet, but one day. All right, yard sites. Okay. No chocolate? Any chocolate?
You get a chocolate? I've never given the chocolate to the Bema buddy, but I can because we have to give. I forgot to bring it down. We have to give a chocolate to Amy. Where you are? There you are. You walked in. I was hoping I might see you tonight. Did you bring your usual for potluck or? I did. Okay. There was a request. Someone said, I hope Amy comes to bring her kugel. Yes, there was. Actually, it was said. The words were said. So. We say a welcome and a happy birthday to you as you prepare to celebrate a little bit later this week. Mazel tov, and let's join. Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach, Yom Haledet Sameach. visit, there's lots of occasions to do so, and you know that we'll not say goodbye forever. We'll say farewell for now, and a good safe move for you, and we'll love to see you whenever you come back. So, and I know there's a cake in the back that was has Ethan's name on it too, since Ethan couldn't be here last week, but we certainly are glad to be here today, and I'm sure he's packing away. So best of luck with that. A couple of things just before we go in. I know we're getting hungry, and the food should all be ready in the back, whatever we all brought. If you came and didn't plan to stay and want to stay, I'm sure there's plenty. You may not want to be the first in line, but I think we've got plenty. So just please come. And as I said at the beginning, make sure that you introduce yourselves. Don't run out the door. Come introduce yourselves to one another. And there's a reason for that, because last week we observed the holiday of Tisha B'Av. Yeah, those who were at camp had a camp experience of Tisha B'Av.
It was great.
It's not the most exciting day of being at camp, but it's much of a learning day, right? So Tisha B'Av, if you're not familiar, is the 9th day of the Hebrew month of Av, and it commemorates the destruction of the first and second temples, among other national tragedies that we account and did designate on that day for it. How do we observe it? Which is why Jonah wasn't all that excited, because he is now in the bar mitzvah category of age, and so we observe it by fasting, right? So they did some of that. Don't worry, they drank plenty of water and heat, mournful prayer certainly, and reading the book of Lamentations. So that's how we observe it. And according to tradition, the destruction of the temples was brought upon the Jewish people throughout time, but the destruction of the temples in particular is credited in the sense to what's called sinat hinam, right? Sinat hinam is a wanton hatred for one another, right? Baseless, wanton, lack of respect, a lack of living as a community in harmony with God. That's the traditional explanation as to why these tragedies all happen. So we have that sense of sadness, but then a week later comes a holiday called Tu B'Av, and Tisha is number 9, right? 2, you take the letters of the Hebrew alphabet, that equal 15. So Tu B'Av is the 15th day of the month of Av, which we just had a couple of days ago on Wednesday. And if you're not familiar, again, Tu B'Av provides a perfect counterweight to the 9th of Av. And it shifts our attention away from that sense of tragedy to the remedy that we need for disrespect, for hatred, and discord. How do we remedy those? Well, we celebrate love, we celebrate relationships, and we celebrate the ability to look forward to the future. That's what Tu B'Av is all about. And on Tu B'Av, historically, the heat was waning just a little bit in Israel, probably a little cooler now than it was when you were there. Maybe it was just there a few weeks ago. It is just starting to ease up just a bit, just hopefully like it is here, we hope. But it became the custom for young, eligible women primarily, but men also, right, in the community would head out to dance and sing in the vineyards. That was the custom, right? And they were hopefully, the intent of this was to find their future mates. It was the ancient The Bachelor. Or, I don't know, what's some of the other ones that we have, right? Think back, right? Right, so some of our dating shows, but there's nothing more redemptive in life than the burgeoning, really, of young love and the promise of building a future together, whatever that might be, right? The promise of redemptiveness, of knowing that we're going forward in life. And in recent years in Israel in particular, Tu B'Av has become a lot like our American holiday of Valentine's Day. So it's celebrated with candy and flowers and nice dinners and parties. And it's become a day, though, for focusing upon relationships and love for each of us as human beings. So it's a wonderful, again, counterweight in the month of Av, just a week later, where we move from tragedy, we move from that perspective of history, and we move forward to a sense of love, of the things we need to remedy, that destruction we need to build and redeem for the future. So tonight, we're acknowledging Tu B'Av, a couple of days late, by joining together as a congregational family to celebrate Shabbat and to celebrate our friendships, our care, and our respect for one another, and certainly to give thanks for the gift of community. So I wish you a happy, belated Tu B'Av, back in